A very happy morning to all my students. Students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, Things Around Us. Students, there are a lot of things around us, and these things can be same or different in many respects. I have taken pictures from my surroundings. Just have a look. Now think that all these things are similar or they are different. Now, in this chapter, we will use a completely different approach to study the properties of an object. Now, can you find any kind of similarity among some of the things in this picture? Like tree, bird, children, and a teacher? All these things grow. All these things need food. But what about pencil, books, pen, and desk chair? Do they also grow? Now, depending on the property which I have told you, the things around us can be divided into two categories. Now, all the things around us, whether they can grow or not, makes our environment. Yes, environment. Now, what is environment and what does it comprise of? So, students, everything around us, whether it is a living or a non living, makes our environment. And if we broadly classify the environment, then environment has two components, biotic and abiotic. Biotic component refers to the living component of our environment, and abiotic component on the other hand refers to the non-living component of our environment. Now let us have a look that which things from our surrounding came under biotic component and which came under abiotic component. Cat, dog, trees, children, flowers, all these came under living things, and thus they make the biotic component of our environment. If you look carefully, all these things grow, all these things eat and need food, all these things breathe also. So, all these are the properties of living things. Now, look at this picture. Pencil, glass, pillows, stone, do they all grow? Do they all need food? Or do they breathe? Of course not. And thus, they make the abiotic component of our environment and are referred as non living. Now, to make the concept more clear, let us discuss a story. Ja and Noom are siblings. Ja is a girl and Noom is a boy. Ja has a pet rabbit and Noom has a piece of rock. Ja's rabbit jumps and moves. It runs very fast. But what about the piece of rock that Noom has? It doesn't move. Ja's rabbit eats and drinks daily. Ja feed her eagerly. But what about the Noom's rock? It doesn't eat. Charles Rabbit removes the waste also in the garden. But what about the Noom's rock? No, it cannot remove waste. Charles Rabbit breathe and it is growing also. It is growing bigger and bigger every day. But what about the Noom's rock? It is not breathing and it is not growing also. So, students, in this way, we can differentiate between a living and non living thing depending on some basic properties. All the living things can move, can eat, can remove waste, can breathe, and even they can grow. They can reproduce and give birth to the young ones. But if we talk about all the non living things, even the doll that jaw can have, it cannot move. It cannot eat and drink. It cannot breathe. So, in this way, we can fairly distinguish between the things on the basis of this property and we can categorize them into two categories of living and non living. Now, can you pick out some things from your surrounding and can group them together in these two groups? Try to do it. I hope the concept of living and non living things is very much clear to you all. Next, we will do in the next video. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.